What's up, rock stars? Boom! Hey! So we've hit day or church 23 this morning. So I got the second church of two churches in the Christ the Redeemer Parish, which is kind of in the west side of the city, in the Sewickley area. And so it was St. James Church. So actually just crazy different than the church, St. Mary's, that I went to yesterday. It was built in 1967, this church this morning, St. James. So a little bit newer. But what I want to share with you all today is part of the Through Sunday celebration and just recognition of the halfway point through our Lenten journey. Sunday is it's a special mass. It's called Laetare Sunday, and it's a celebration of a halfway point. If you notice it, primarily in Catholic churches, like everything is purple, like all of the decorations, everything is purple. This Sunday we switched the color to, as people like to call it, rose, but it's pink. We convert it to pink. You know, let's be comfortable in our manhood and say we wear pink. It's okay. You're still a dude. And to all the priests, you're still a priest. You're still a dude. It's pink. Let's not try to soften it by saying it's rose. No, you can call it rose, but it's pink. So, but kind of on that similar pinkish red note, today the readings and what the priest shared with the congregation, the folks that were there this morning in Mass, was in the readings reflected on when Jesus was asked what is the greatest commandment, and his response is, it's actually a two-part response, but it's essentially one thing is the greatest commandment is to love first your Father in heaven. So love God first, which is really hard to do, put God first in our lives. And that's what I shared about, this journey for me. Scheduling these masses every day is forcing me to really truly put God first, and particularly the last 2 days at 6:45 a.m. Mass, putting it first thing in the day. But then the second part of the two-part is love your neighbor. So love God and love your neighbor equally. God first, and then your neighbor. So that's where your attention should be. It's all about wrapped in the big package of love. We must come from a place of love first. Everything should start from our heart, our minds. Everything we should do should start with love, and everything goes from there. And if we start doing that more in our lives, and I've noticed this in my own life, things start becoming better. There's less hectic, there's less chaos, there's less noise. Getting a lot of, let's move this a little bit, because it's sun shining in southwestern Pennsylvania. So, and the sun's like right up there. So, I digress. Let's get back on track. So, love. Come from a position of love. And I noticed in my own life that as I am having that mindset of coming from a position of love, it's everything kind of like starts to settle, calm down around. And even when it starts getting a little bit crazy, if you just come from that position of love and just not react to the craziness, but be in that presence, that essence, that feeling of love, it doesn't matter what's happening around you, because you're in that state of love. If we can start from there, and let's build from there and keep going from there. If we could just start doing that more often, I think you'd notice things are happening in your life will be a lot better, or at least you'll be able to deal with them a lot better in a much positive way. Hope you get something from this. We're halfway through our Lenten journey. Hopefully your Lenten journey is going well. Would love to hear some of the challenges or some of the things, some of the sacrifices that you're making, maybe some of the additions that you've taken on that have added a little bit of a burden, or creating some sacrifices that you have to make, like having to get up and be at 30-minute drive away by 6:45 a.m. The last 2 days has created a little bit of a challenge in my life. But love to hear those. Please share those with me if you are inclined to do so. And hey, share your smile with everybody today because it just might make somebody's day.